All right, good evening, folks. Welcome to DuePoint. Welcome to everyone who's tuned in around the country on our live stream. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. I'm going to be spending the next 45 minutes or so with you, going through who this business is, what we do, what the opportunity is all about. And after the presentation, you're welcome to come speak to me and ask me any questions that you might have. Okay, so let's begin. As you can see, DuePoint is a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. We've been around since 1952, so for nearly 70 years we've been operating successfully in the financial landscape here in South Africa. We don't share offices with Constantia, but they are down the road. That's their building. It's not Google Images. It's a real building, real offices down the road here in Randburg. The FSP number that we operate under is that one over there. That's very important. That's our stamp of credibility. If you have arrived to this presentation with any doubt in your mind, the next few slides should allay that fear, should allay that doubt. We are regulated by the Financial Services Board. Like I said, we've been operating for nearly 70 years. You will see on our website as well as in the foyer, we've got all those certificates up on the wall. Those are Financial Services Board licenses. So we've got a long and short-term insurance license, we've got an investment license, we've got our financial services provider license, and then we've also put up our accreditation with the direct marketing and the direct selling associations. So go take a look at those. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a group called Conduit Capital. The managers and executives here at DuePoint are these individuals up on screen. So the first three people are registered chartered accountants, starting with Mr. Benfield. He's our senior executive. He heads up this division. He's got a lot of experience in financial services, particularly in insurance, because his father's a professor of insurance. His father taught at Wits for 25 years. His father started Clientele Life all those decades ago. His father founded the IFA. They founded Prime Meridian direct down the road. They founded businesses in Europe. They've helped start business in Australia. They've got some financial pedigree in this family. So we're very lucky to have Brendan heading up this division. Then we've got Tim and Stacey. They look after all the accounting, the financial, the auditing requirements in our business, which is fairly important but boring nonetheless. Then myself and Jane, we're the two non-accountants. Jane is very experienced in network or referral marketing, and that's very important to us because even though we're an insurance business, our growth in South Africa is predicated on our ability to operate within the network marketing space. And so Jane brings international experience with her with regards to that because she's from the UK. She's been doing it for a very long time. So she's very valuable to our team. And then myself, I've been working in advertising for over 20 years. Pretty much my entire career has been involved in branding, advertising, design, and I ran my own digital agency for a number of years, for about 15 years before I left that business and joined the team here at DuePoint. So as staff of DuePoint, our mandate, our focus here at DuePoint is to support everybody that joins us in this business. Every day, that is what we are focused on constantly. How do we help? How do we support the people that join us and decide to collaborate us with us in this business, because it serves our interests, right? We can only be profitable as a company if you guys are being effective, profitable, and successful at DuePoint. And so everything that we do is geared towards that. The technology that we've spent fortunes on is all geared towards making this business easier for you. So know if you become a wealth engineer here at DuePoint, you've got all the support in the world. Very quickly, we discuss the negative aspects of our lives, right? You can see the four-letter word. Can you see the four-letter word in the top left corner there? You love that word. I know everyone loves it because everyone's got so much of it in South Africa. So very quickly, and I don't really need to profess this to you because the people sitting watching this presentation already know the problems and the pain that we're experiencing from an economic, from a financial, from a debt point of view. You've perhaps even looked at your retirement and go, my retirement doesn't look like the way I want it to look like. And so we've got people watching this presentation because they are here with a little bit of hope in their hearts that what they're going to hear about tonight is going to change their circumstance. And it's exactly that. As a business, Constantia saw the opportunity. With all this negative stuff, we saw the opportunity to create a business that gives the average South African the opportunity to come start creating an additional income stream for themselves. And so 2 years ago, we launched the DuePoint system in February 2016 with a number of aspirations in mind, right? So you might be thinking, well, this is a business that just creates extra money for me. But it goes so much beyond that, even more powerfully so, because what we want to do is we want people to be wealthy in this business. But we know that you can't be wealthy just by making extra money. You have to have other aspirations beyond just an extra paycheck. And one of those aspirations I hope that people will take on is to get rid of their debt as quickly as possible. It is so easy to make extra money and just spend more every month, right? But we want people in this business to be wealthy. You can't be wealthy if you owe other people money all the time. Get rid of that debt, then focus on building wealth, and ultimately you'll be happier. Because that's what we want to be. We just want to be happier, right? Don't want to watch Carte Blanche and get depressed, or listen to 702 and get depressed, look at the bank balance, get depressed, see the 20 SMSs from the bank that says debit order at the end of the month and get depressed. We want to end all of that. So those are the aspirations we have in mind for people in this business. How does this business work? As guests this evening, you have the opportunity to join this system called DuePoint. What happens is that you actually enter into contract with us. It's not a long-term contract. It's just a code of conduct that we have that says this is what you have to do as a wealth engineer and behave as a wealth engineer. And you have a single task as what we call wealth engineers here at DuePoint. So you become a wealth engineer, and the only thing you have to do is go out and build what we call channels of distribution. Right? And we're going to talk about channels of distribution probably till the day you die, right? If you get involved as a wealth engineer. And I'll show you what one of these look like. But basically, what your task is going out and connecting other people to DuePoint. The same way you got connected to this presentation this evening, you're going to go out and do the same thing. And if you're successful in that process and you get other people to come look at this intro presentation, consider becoming wealth engineers, become wealth engineers, take out one of our products, that is you being successful in that process. And the benefit for you is additional income at the end of every single month, because we produce what we call recurring income here at DuePoint. Some people, you might have heard it referred to as passive income, right? If you've never had that explained to you, let me explain the difference between what some people call passive income and active income. As employees, we all earn something called active income. You have to work for every single cent that you earn at your job. You can't do work at your job in June 2018 and get paid for it in 2 months' time or 3 months' time. Your boss will pay you for that 1 month, and if you don't come to work the next month, he's not going to pay you. He's going to say, oh, the person disappeared. I don't know where they are. I'm not paying them a salary, right? But what's different about the DuePoint system is that you're actually building an asset. And an asset has this intrinsic benefit of creating recurring income. You can do work here at DuePoint in June 2018 that will pay you at the end of this month, at the end of next month, the month after that, 6 months after that, a year, 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, potentially, for work you did in 1 month in the middle of 2018. That is recurring income. It's the ability to make money while you're sleeping. The next benefit is the power duplication. We've allowed for leverage in this business. What is leverage? So leverage is the ability to duplicate yourself. If you can go out and find other like-minded individuals that are effective at this channel building like you are, and they're investing the same amount of time as you are, that is leverage. So for example, you go find 10 people. If all 10 people are doing the same work you're doing, you've just times 10 the investment that you're putting and the time that you're putting into this business. And your recurring income will go up accordingly, right? So that's very important. So these two benefits are probably the most important. Recurring income, power duplication. Our business is flexi time. You can do this business whenever you like. Whenever you like. That can be a double-edged sword, because some people might treat this as a New Year's resolution, right? A gym contract. You can also go to gym whenever you like. And how often do we go to gym when we want to? Maybe a lot in the first week, and then never the week after that, right? We can't treat this like a New Year's resolution or a hobby. This is a business, an entrepreneurial opportunity that can potentially change your life. So when I say the business is flexi time, you can do it whenever you want, before work, during lunchtime, after work, Saturday, Sundays, it doesn't matter. Keep yourself accountable to committing time to this business regularly. It has to become part of your life. And for me, I'm going to ask you a little later in the presentation, what is your decision about this business? And it's not going to be about what you want, more money, nice car, nice holiday. It's not about that. It's about whether you've already thought in your head how you're going to fit this business into your life. That's the decision I'm hoping people will make by the end of this presentation. There's no startup capital. We make this business as low risk as possible. We're not going to ask you for startup kits to buy. We're not going to tell you there's boxes of product that you have to invest in. We make the business as low risk. We want to make the business as accessible to people as possible, right? There's no qualifications or experience required. I often joke with the audience and say, did everyone drop their CVs off at reception? Right? You're not here for an interview. This is a volunteer business, right? Because what we're actually interested in is when we see people joining this business I always wonder, what is the work ethic of that person? Is that person able to persevere, to work hard, to not be distracted by all these outside influences constantly, right? So the business again becomes accessible to everybody because we don't care about your background. You can have matric or no. You might not even finish school. You don't have work experience. You could be a housewife that's never worked a day in her life. You can still do this business and become wealthy. Build an asset. For me, probably the most notable benefit, because what we propose in this presentation is that you start sacrificing time. Your time with family, time with kids, time relaxing, time watching TV. I'm going to say, take that time, throw it away, and now start using it for DuePoint, right? But you should feel happy to do that. Why? Because this channel of distribution that you're building is treated like an asset. It is an asset that you have legal tender over. It means you own this channel of distribution. What does that mean? That means you can sell it one day. If it's created recurring income that's paying you out 10,000 Rand a month, that's equivalent of having R1 million in a bank account. This business will pay you beyond retirement. Whose bosses are going to carry on paying them when they retired? Anyone? No one, no one, no one. You don't even have to think about it, I'll tell you. No one's going to get paid beyond retirement. But unless you own an asset that's creating recurring income, you're not going to earn income after retirement. In this business, we can carry on paying you beyond your 60s, beyond your 70s, beyond your 80s, beyond your 90s. When do you think you're going to lose the ability to speak to people? 100? No. Right? Maybe only when you die. This business will carry on paying you beyond death. Who would like to pass wealth on to their children when they die? Wealth. Not funeral cover. Wealth. Recurring income. When you die and in your will it says, I cede my DuePoint business to my 2 children. And suddenly your 2 children are earning money every single month after the day you die. They will put pictures of you all around the house. If you pass debt onto them, they're not going to put any pictures of you around the house, right? This business builds legacy, positive legacy. There's no selling involved in our business. You do not need to speak about any of our products. We're actually, from a regulatory point of view, we put it in your code of conduct that you may not speak about our products. That is my job. It's Brendan's job. That's the job we do up on the stage here, is tell people about our products. You don't have to worry about that. That's a benefit. People don't like to sell products. Who wants to sell insurance to their friends on the weekend? Nobody? You're in luck. You don't have to do it here. All you're going to be doing is connecting people to a business opportunity, the business opportunity of the DuePoint system. You're going to go up to people and say, you're moaning a lot. I can help you. That's all you're going to be doing. You're connecting them to this intro presentation, right? That's your only task. Our products are financial in nature. It means we don't have the tangible product issues, stock, distribution, trying to fit boxes of milkshakes in your car, worrying about expiry dates, all of that stuff related to products. And so the products are very convenient because it all gets handled by our IT systems automatically, okay? But your success at DuePoint is very much dependent on your ability to build a channel of distribution. So I said I'm going to show you what one looks like. It begins with you. You become a wealth engineer, you take out one of our products, and now you're going to go out and focus on the task of connecting other people. If you are successful in that process, you go speak to people. Some people will say to you no, but some people are going to say yes, because this entire country is in the same boat. Everyone needs it, right? And the few people that say yes are going to start working with you to start building and helping you build your channel of distribution. Except that one. See, he's lazy, didn't do anything. You will always find a lazy person that will join DuePoint, right? So expect that. But there will be people that will go out and start doing the same thing as you. They also want to change their lives. They're also motivated to change their circumstances. And from that point on, your channel of distribution can start growing beyond your effort. This is where the power duplication and leverage starts to become apparent. after a number of years, this is what your channel could look like. You're potentially being paid for every single dot that you see on the screen every single month. My tip to you, so my warning for you, is to be discerning in that moment when you decide who to connect. It is easy to go out and say to everybody, I've got a job for everyone, just come see me, I'll apply you, 7 minutes, you all become wealth engineers, we're going to be rich. Right? Because there's 10 million people unemployed. How many people are on the grant? They'll come running. It's the wrong way to build. Do not be desperate in connecting people. Be discerning. Discerning means you need to make a judgment call on who you connect to your business. You want to bring in people that are going to thrive as DuePoint Wealth Engineers. They need to have the resources to thrive as DuePoint Wealth Engineers. You do not want people that will be a burden to your business. People asking you for, please call me's airtime, give me a lift. That is going to be problematic for you. I'm giving you a real hint now in starting your business. Go out and find people that you can depend on, that you can work with, that will help you build your business. So that's what a channel of distribution looks like. My warning to everybody is that you might arrive to this presentation, hopefully I laid your fear at the beginning of the presentation, but you might have arrived thinking that you've been invited to another one of those businesses. Has anyone been to a presentation to one of those businesses? Some people call it get-rich-quick schemes, right? In the old days, before it was a scheme, it was just get-rich-quick and everyone was happy. Then all the shysters got involved and now it's a scheme because those people tend to steal your money, right? We are not one of those businesses. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. We are regulated by the Financial Services Board. We are 70 years old. There are many accountants like Tim in the corner there running this business. And those people are generally quite boring and they do everything above board, right? That's a good thing. So I hope you don't have that fear in you anymore about it's one of these businesses or not. At the same time, I've got this picture of the ballerina's feet. We will never promise you success quickly or easily in this business because from experience we know to be successful at entrepreneurship does not happen overnight. There is not a single entrepreneur on this planet that says it was easy. It doesn't exist, right? And so if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you have to be prepared to do the work. No one's walked out yet, so I think you're all prepared. You're all prepared? That's my warning slide. Okay, now we can get on to our products. We've got 3 products that you can consider. They are all financial in benefit. All 3 products. You can consider taking out 1 product, 2 products, or all 3 products. This is a personal decision that you get to make. Our first product is called Access Wealth. It is an investment product. It's going to cost you 324 Rand every month. 100 Rand of which will get invested into a tax-free investment fund that sits with Sanlam. There is no notice period requirement on the investment fund. You can draw out your investment at any time, right? On top of that, we give you a little bit of insurance with this investment to the value of 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. So if you have this investment in place, 100 Rands being invested for you every single month, you'll have insurance to the effect of personal accident cover. You get killed in a car accident, for example, we'll pay out your beneficiaries 120,000 Rand. So that's our first product. Access Wealth, it's the investment product. The second product is called Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is our insurance product because it is only insurance. It's strictly insurance. It's 249 Rand every month, and this time you get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. Now note that I don't call this funeral cover. It's not called life insurance. It's called personal accident cover because it only covers you in the event of death through accident. And there are many ways to die in an accident. Hit by a car, killed in a crime, a hijacking, you fall off the ladder, slip in the bathroom, step into the street, many ways, right? My point is it doesn't cover you in the event of death through illness or natural causes. Now you might be thinking, oh, that's not a great product. Let me tell you the beauty of this product. It is accessible to anyone over the age of 18 without discrimination to your age or your health. Those other products want to know whether you are healthy or unhealthy, how old you are, right? And your premium will fluctuate accordingly. This product, I can offer it to anyone over the age of 18. You can be 70 years old. You can have cancer. You can still take out this product. The premium stays the same and the amount of cover you receive is the full amount of cover. So this is Wealth Guard, our insurance product. The third product is called Wealth Points. Wealth Points tries to reduce your cost of living. Every month, while the cost of living is going up, this product's going to aim to bring that cost of living down again. Why? Because for 299 Rand a month, you get to enjoy the discounts that we've negotiated with the list of companies that you see there. And we've approached all the companies where we think, okay, this is probably where people are spending their money every month. We've got groceries, we've got online retailers, we've got data, we've got car manufacturers. The entertainer gives us access to hotels, travel, restaurants. So we think we've covered pretty much everything here. For example, always on Wi-Fi data, if you buy a gig of data from them, they'll charge you typically 100 Rand. But if you buy it as a Wealth Points member, you only pay 37 Rand. Right? So you see, there's discounts available. The discounts vary with all the partners. You can find out more on our website. But if you're looking for immediate benefit, this is a great product to have. So those are the three products. If you have any questions, come speak to me. But they've been designed to be straightforward. We get asked the question, typically after we've explained how much money you can earn in this business and the rewards that are waiting for you. Well, how does DuePoint afford all of that? We don't understand. Where does the money come from? This business model, or the slide, should I say, explains our business model. So traditional insurance companies or other financial service providers spend typically a lot of money on marketing and advertising, right? We see it and we hear it. So we're the subject of all that advertising. It can drive you crazy. How many insurance ads do you think you're exposed to a day? DuePoint? Did anyone hear a DuePoint ad on the radio today? Did you see a billboard anywhere? Did you open the newspaper and see an ad? TV? Because we don't spend a cent on advertising. So how do we grow? How do we get our brand into the market? You guys get our brand into the market. We depend on our wealth engineers to grow our business. What does that mean? It means that we don't spend the billions that the insurance industry spends every single year on advertising. We can take that portion of our budget and attribute it to our returns and rewards program, which is where you benefit. It's the recurring income. It's the rewards that you get as a wealth engineer. So how do the returns work? The return is the recurring income. It's that extra paycheck that you get to make for yourself every single month. How does it work? We pay a base return fee of 27.50 Rand for every product that you have in your channel. Remember the slide with all the dots on it? Imagine earning 27.50 Rand for every single dot you saw on that screen every single month. That's pretty much how it works, but it's dependent on where that product lies in relation to you. So remember the first 5 people you introduced to DuePoint? We call that your first point because that product lies 1 point away from you. And you earn 55 Rand on your first point, right? So you earn double the 27.50 Rand. And when those people go out and start building their channels, that product lies on your second point. And on your second point, again, you get paid 55 Rand for every product every month. And as your channel starts to grow and grow and grow, you see the multiplier starts to drop steadily all the way down to the 8th point. From the 8th point onwards, you're earning 1.10 Rand for every product. And we don't stop you at point 8. That's why there's a little plus over there. Because we will pay out from point 8, in theory, to infinity. We do not limit you on how big your channel can get at DuePoint, and there's no limitation on how much you can earn at DuePoint. The onus falls on your shoulders. You want a bigger channel? You make that happen. You want to earn more? You get to make that happen. So that's the mechanics of the returns. Who would like to know when they're going to become a millionaire at DuePoint? Have you been wondering that since you sat down? When's this guy going to get to the million rand question? Right? That's the question. People want to know how quickly. How quickly do you make money in this business? I don't have all the time in the world, right? Cost of living is going up, petrol's going up every month. So what we do is we built a projection over the next 5 years. It is based on an assumption that in your first month in this business, you can bring 3 people into this business. Every month thereafter, you've got to keep bringing another 2. So we call it the 3+2 growth model. Right? If you can follow this growth model, you can expect these numbers. 2,500 Rand after 6 months of work. Who wants to walk out now? Because when I saw the example, I thought 2,500 Rand after 6 months of work. I'm in advertising. That's not going to get anyone excited. Anyone excited for 2,500 Rand after 6 months? But there's a lesson in it. A lesson I learned. Now I'm going to share the lesson with you. Is that we make the mistake of looking at money or the value of money from a spending power point of view. It's called consumerism. right? Even on the way back from gym this evening, I heard on the radio talking about retail. Retail depends on people spending money. Has spending money got us into trouble, or has it made us money? It's got us into trouble, right? And I'm going to illustrate it for you, because here we've got an example with someone with debt. So we all have debt. If I look at the statistics, like 99.9% of the country is indebted. This guy or girl has got R1 million of debt with the bank for a property, right? So they found a house, they bonded the house, they agreed to pay back every month for 20 years. They took the 20-year bond, right? So on R1 million at prime plus 2, you're going to be paying back the bank 11,500 rand a month, right? We all know how the bond works. Now think about that. For 20 years, I'm 40, I'm going to finish paying that house off when I'm 60. I'm going to become a homeowner the day I retire, right, as a pensioner. Thank goodness, just in time, because when I hit pension, they end your income, right? But at 40, I joined DuePoint, and 6 months later, with some success, I'm earning 2,500 rand. And I remember Rob saying, don't go and spend the money, pay your debt off faster. Pay your debt off faster. Why? What's the benefit of me paying my debt off faster? I'm just throwing money there where I could be spending it here. Let me show you. If you put 2,500 rand as an additional payment into a 1 million rand bond payment every single month, you won't take 20 years to pay that house off. You'll do it in 11 and a half years. Think about that. You're putting in 20% extra into your bond, but your bond's reduced by nearly 50%. That is what compound interest does to you. If you're indebted, you're on the wrong side of compound interest. If you're building wealth and you're building investments, you're on the right side of compound interest. We need to get to the right side. I'd be 51 when I pay the house off instead of 60. Do you know how much money it saves me in interest that I would have paid to the bank? Nearly 1 million rand. Who's got R1 million in their retirement fund so far? That's a scary question to ask yourself. What does my retirement look like, right? At 12 months, you're earning already in excess of 100,000 rand a year. Who would like a 100,000 rand check every Christmas? You come to DuePoint after Christmas, because Christmas you still feel rich. The boss paid you early, right? The kids are happy, everyone's happy. You're traveling, you're going to visit family maybe, and then when you come back in January, you're very depressed because your money's gone. You've got to pay school fees. You find out the kids' feet grew in December, can't fit into the school shoes, right? And there are all these expenses. So 100,000 rand check every January. How would that change your life? It's 12 months away with some consistent work. And it's not 100,000 rand once off, it's 100,000 rand every year. We are just getting warmed up. If you were disappointed with 2,500 rand, you're going to be disappointed because the number's going to get so big, you're going to get scared. Right? 27,000 rand, nearly 30,000 rand after 2 years. At 36 months, after 3 years, you're nearly at 50,000 rand a month. Whose salary went up like this in the last 3 years? Who got more than 5% increase in their salaries? No one. There's always one who has got to show off, huh? The rest of us, I didn't get a single raise, right? We keep going. After 48 months, you're sitting at nearly 70,000 rand a month. And after 60 months, you want to know when you can become a millionaire? In 5 years' time. 3 plus 2, 2 people every single month, consistently building and duplicating in this business. You'll get to the point where you're earning nearly R1 million in annual recurring income. Scrap the 100,000 rand check. Come get a check at DuePoint with a 1, and like I say to my daughter, because she's like to draw numbers, 6 zeros at the end of it. Imagine going home with a R1 million check. Your family think you did a cash heist. Right? 5 years to get there, guys. You can argue with me and say, okay, the number's too big, it's just academic. If I keep running this, the number's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, right? But we've got wealth engineers that over the last 2 years have shown the potential of this business and the success that you can have. We've got Lynette Bardner. She's a pensioner from Thunderbale Park. The value of her channel sitting at 16,000 a month already. She's got 19 people that she brought into the business. She only brought in 19. Her business is sitting at over 2,000 products in her business. So she's got a lot of potential value in this business. She's already earned 100,000 Rand from us in the last 2 years, and she started at zero. We've got Siyabonga, he's from KZN. He's been in the business for 15 months. The value of his channel is sitting at nearly 10,000 Rand a month. He's earned nearly 100,000 Rand in the last 15 months. He's brought in only 36 people. That's the work he's done. He brought in 36 people. It translated to 307 products in his channel. Do you see the power of duplication? You're not working on your own here. That's why I say it's so important to bring in quality people at the beginning. Because if you bring in the wrong people at the beginning, that behavior filters into the rest of your business, and that 307 disappears, and then you've got to build it up, and then it disappears. Bring strong people in at the beginning. It'll build a more sustainable business for you. We've got Patrick and Pumi. They joined us in the first week that we launched the business. They're from Four Ways, where all the cage fighters are from in Johannesburg. The value of their business is sitting at, on average, now I know that average confuses people, on average 33,000. If you took their earnings and divided it by 27 months, on average they were earning 33,000 a month. That's like them starting the business, and in the first month we paid them 33,000 Rand. Last month alone, you want to talk about leverage. In April, their business grew by 708 people in 30 days. On average 406, and the personal business that they've done, the number of people that they've personally connected to this business is sitting at 234. Everybody is different in this business. We have got thousands of wealth engineers coming through our doors wanting to change their lives, but everybody is different. Everyone's got different belief systems, they've got different circumstances, they want different things, they come up with different excuses, they've got different motivation. The power that you have is that no one can tell you what you want. Every individual in this room has the ability to decide for themselves what they want to aspire towards. No one can tell you anything else. Don't listen to anybody else. I'm telling you, you can have what you want. I want your imagination to run wild this evening with the possibility. Because it has to start with belief. If you want true change in your life, it has to start with belief. And you control the belief. So why not go big? Why think small? Right? What's the saying? Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Do that. Decide what race you want to run here at DuePoint. And go for it. So for me, the decision is not what you want out of this business. Right? That's the easy decision. You can now sit here and fantasize about what you want, but for me, the real decision is, have you decided yet how you're going to fit this business into your life? Have you thought, treat it like a hobby, I'll do it when I feel like it? Or have you thought, okay, I'm going to have a meeting with the family when I get home tonight and tell them that DuePoint is every night of the week until we get to 10,000 Rand a month? Just depends how badly you want it. Right? That's the decision. Getting started, very straightforward. You can join this business, go onto our website, click on the blue apply button, or do it on the mobile app that some of the wealth engineers have on their smartphones. It takes you 7 minutes to become a wealth engineer. That's how quickly it is. It's a non-event. Right? Read our code of conduct. That's very important. That's our contract with you that defines what you can and cannot do. And then apply yourself to this business that you've now taken on, this responsibility. How do you keep yourself accountable to this thing? How do you build success at DuePoint? Go watch the training. What a boring thing. Someone said to me, you mustn't call it training. People don't like that word. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's training. Right? You want free education? Everyone wants free education. Here's the free education. Go drown yourself in the knowledge. You don't have to make the mistakes we all made. Go listen to the training. There's testimonials. There's how to do videos. Everything's available for you on YouTube. We've got 500 videos on YouTube. Set goals for yourself. You have to set goals. It is probably one of the biggest things people just don't show value in. They don't have value for setting goals. They think, dreaming about what I want, that is a goal. That's not a goal. A goal requires vulnerability and courage, if you think about it. Because if you're going to write a goal down in your diary or put it on the fridge where the whole family can see it, 10,000 Rand a month in the first year, You've got to keep yourself accountable to that date. Don't compromise. When you start having a little bit of hardship, you don't go, okay, let's make it 2 years. No, you work twice as hard to get to the goal, right? It's the only way you can prepare a plan. You have to have a goal first, prepare the plan, and then the simple activity of speaking to people. That's what this business is about. That is the foundation of this business, of your business. It's speaking to someone every day, connecting someone. We like to speak about everything else. Why not speak about making money? That's the simple task in this business. We've got merchandise. This is again to empower you in building your business. It's not a profit center for us. We design these things. Remember at the beginning of the presentation, I said my job is to figure out how best I can support wealth engineers to be as successful as possible in this business. And we went ahead and designed all this merchandise so that you look professional when you do the business. When you sit down and you've got a DuePoint diary, you've got business cards, you've got the app on your phone, you might even have a cap on, they look at you and they go, this guy is serious, right? And I'm going to take him seriously. If you arrive there with no branding, nothing on you, they're going to go, this guy's treating this like a hobby, man. Like I'll listen with one ear and see maybe whether I trust whether he's speaking about it or not. So for me, business cards are the most important. Consider the merchandise. We can send it anywhere in the country. It's all in the merchandise cabinet. Go take a look, right? So you're aware of all the merchandise that we have. Join our Facebook page. If you want to keep abreast of exactly what's going on here at DuePoint, like our Facebook page, because we produce content every day. Brendan will tell you what's on his mind every day. It's like you sitting in Brendan's office. Who would like to sit in Brendan's office every day building this business? I might not want to, I don't know. No, right? So much knowledge and experience. That's like sitting in his office. Like the Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Like I said, 500 videos. Every time that camera gets broadcast around the country, it tells you on your app. And then download our DuePoint mobile app onto your smartphone, because that app tells you exactly what's happening in your business in real time. It tells you everything. Right? So make sure you do these 3 things once you become a wealth engineer. Onto our rewards program. I felt like I got everyone so excited. Now I've got to get you excited again, because the rewards program is like the cherry on top here at DuePoint. It's not the most important thing. The most important thing is the recurring income, the returns program, the ability to make an extra paycheck every month. That's the most important thing. The rewards program is the icing, the cherry on top, right? If you have success here at DuePoint, if you're building your channel and you're an active wealth engineer, there are rewards waiting for you. When you become a wealth engineer tonight, you will be rank 0 in the rewards program, right? You've got to start earning your way up the ranks. To get to rank 1, you need 1,000 XP. XP is called experience points. You get points for coming to this presentation, for bringing guests, for doing home presentations, logging into a mobile app, doing all kinds of things. You get XP. So you can earn 1,000 XP in 2 minutes, right? You need 4 products in your qualified channel. And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become a rank 1 wealth engineer. And at the end of the month, you'll be rewarded with a 55 Rand reward. Who's excited about a 55 Rand reward? Do you think at the beginning of the month, damn, I'm going to work hard so I can get that 55 Rand? Do you? You should. You should. Because if you can get to rank 1 in this business, you can get to rank 28. Because the rank 28s are doing the same thing the rank 1s are doing. At rank 1, you're connecting people. At rank 10, you're connecting people. At rank 14, you're connecting people. At rank 20, you're connecting people. At rank 28, you're connecting people. If you can connect people, you can get anywhere in the business. And as your channel starts to grow and you're collecting more of this XP, there are bigger rewards waiting for you. There's a 20,000 Rand check waiting for you, a 50,000 Rand check. We give tools to our wealth engineers that help them build their businesses more effectively. Right? These little memory sticks. Fancy little things, all the videos on there, plug into anything. We've got business cards that cost us 12,500 Rand. We speak about credibility and belief in this business. I promise you, if you put a 12,500 Rand card on the table, they're going to say, this guy or girl is serious. How did you get a business card like that? Go look at the business cards. I promise you, I've been in advertising for 20 years. I've never seen anyone with business cards like this in my life. Not even the CEO of Anglo's got business cards like this. You'll put your business card down next to his, everyone in the room will think you're more important. Right? Business is always about trust and credibility. Always. The way you dress, Are you shaved? The way your hair is, the way you speak, the way you behave, the way you address people, the business cards, whether people realize whether you take things seriously or not. All that is part of this package. At rank 9, you get our first recurring reward, because at rank 9, we will take you and your family to our rank 9 international conference every single year. It is business class flights. So it's first a transfer, right? The black Mercedes comes to your house, picks your family up, takes you to the airport, to the business class lounge. You eat all the food in the business class lounge, right? Why not? It's for free. We then escort you to business class on the plane. The poor people walk past to economy class. And then we fly to an international 5-star luxury resort for 7 days that is all expenses paid trip. I guarantee you're going to put on 10 kilograms in 1 week. Because the last one, the food, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or supper, is just crazy. That's crazy. It's like $1 million buffet every single time, right? It is a week where you feel what it is like to be a millionaire. And I say that sincerely. I say it sincerely. I've been on some fancy holidays. This one does not compare. It is on another level, right? And this is something your children will grow up with, because you will enjoy this rank 9 trip every single year. So take a look. We documented the last trip. I want you to imagine your toes in the sand. So that's what rank 9 looks like. You can get there in 5 months, 12 months. Most people will take 2 or 3 years to get to rank 9. I think it's worth working for 5 years. To know that you're going on a trip like that every single year with your family. At rank 11, we spend R250,000 buying our wealth engineer a brand new car. No stickers on the side, no T's and C's, no you have to give it back if you underperform. It's paid for cash in your name, and you drive it off with a bit of fanfare in our parking lot. This is rank 11. It goes up to rank 28. We're 1/3 of the way. Right? Some wealth engineers did it in less than 2 years. 1/3 of the way. We've mapped out the next 30 years at DuePoint. You can sit here. I might never see you again. But I promise you, somewhere in the next 30 years, we're going to bump into each other again. And you're going to think, I remember that guy. He was at that business presentation. And you'll say, oh, how's DuePoint doing? I said, no, it's great. We've got wealth engineers that just hit rank 25 last year. Maybe a new house, maybe a jet, maybe a helicopter, maybe a new husband. Who knows what's at the bigger ranks. Don't let opportunities escape you. Right? On Saturdays, we've got a very important presentation that we do after the intro presentation. It's a workshop. It's called Teamworks. It discusses the fundamentals of this business. As brand new wealth engineers, you want to make sure that you watch this. You can come to head office, you can watch it live, you can watch it after the live stream, right? There's one on our YouTube channel that's up permanently. Make sure you watch this, because there are fundamentals that we discuss that you cannot avoid. If you don't understand these fundamentals, you will not have success in this business, I promise you. So make sure that anyone that you connect to the business experiences a Teamworks. Right? So that's a reminder, 11:30 after the intro presentation, every Saturday. What is the decision we're going to make this evening? I get excited because I see potential in every single person sitting in this room. Do you see the potential in yourself, or you already got these roadblocks coming up? Roadblock. Oh, what are my friends going to say? Roadblock. Oh, I'm so busy. I can't sacrifice time. What are the excuses? Our excuses are external. They're external. Don't let them dictate what your life can be. That's like the roadblock right in front of you. Move out the way and keep going. I invite you to join us in this business called DuePoint. Even if you're a little bit reticent, come take a swing anyway and see what it can do for you. Honestly, what's the risk? What is the risk? Try it. You might surprise yourself. Tell the family when you get home, because the kids are very good at, why aren't you doing DuePoint? I saw the Mauritius video. I want to go there at the end of the year. Right, keep yourself accountable. That's the most important thing. If you're going to do it, even if you're just going to try it hard. Try it hard. Give it your best shot. If you have any questions, come speak to me afterwards. I wish you the best of this remaining 6 months in this year. I want people, every single person I speak to, I wish for them that in 2018, they go, that's the year it started happening. And their children look up to them and say, that's the year we became rich. Right? Imagine that. So much opportunity. Good luck. Have a good evening. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, come speak to me.